Welcome back to our English Learning Podcast. Today we're talking about something that affects everyone. What makes a good leader? Leadership is not just about giving instructions. It's about guiding, inspiring, and supporting people in meaningful ways.
Absolutely. Many people think being a leader means being the loudest person in the room, but in reality, effective leaders are often calm, thoughtful, and respectful. They don't control people. They influence them through trust and example.
One thing I really admire in strong leaders is emotional control. When challenges appear, they don't panic, they stay steady so that everyone around them feels safe. This stability gives the team confidence.
Right. I think emotional intelligence is actually one of the most important leadership qualities. When a leader can manage their own emotions, it helps them handle different personalities in a team. They can connect with people better.
Connection is important, and it leads directly to communication. Leaders must communicate clearly. They must explain goals, expectations, and plans so that everyone understands the direction.
And importantly, they listen. Some leaders talk too much, but real leadership requires listening carefully to team members. When people feel heard, they become more motivated and loyal.
Exactly. Listening allows leaders to identify problems early, understand how people feel, and make better decisions. It's not just about hearing the words, it's about paying attention to emotions too.
Speaking of decisions, decision-making is another huge part of leadership. A leader must make choices, sometimes difficult ones, and they must accept the results of those decisions.
Which leads us to responsibility. Many people want authority, but they avoid responsibility. A true leader takes responsibility even when things go wrong. They don't blame others.
Yes, accountability is essential. When a leader admits a mistake, the team respects them more. It shows honesty and integrity, qualities that are becoming rare in the modern world.
Integrity builds trust. Leaders must act in ways that match their values. They keep promises. They treat people fairly. They don't manipulate or deceive.
And trust is the foundation of teamwork. Without trust, people won't give their best. But when a leader is honest and dependable, people feel safe to share ideas and take risks.
Good leaders also have vision, a clear direction. They don't just handle daily tasks, they think long-term. They imagine what's possible and motivate others to move toward that future.
But that vision must be realistic. Leaders need to understand their team's strengths and weaknesses. They must plan carefully and provide the right resources.
Along the way, they must stay adaptable. The world is always changing. Technology, business trends, global events, everything shifts. Good leaders adjust their strategy when necessary.
Adaptability separates strong leaders from weak ones. Some leaders resist change because they fear uncertainty, but great leaders see change as an opportunity, not a threat.
Another big part of leadership is building a strong team. Leaders don't try to do everything alone. They trust people, delegate tasks, and let others shine.
And they appreciate their team. When something goes well, they give credit to others. When something goes wrong, they take responsibility. That balance creates respect.
Empathy also contributes to strong teamwork. When leaders understand what their team members are going through, stress, pressure, personal issues, they support them in meaningful ways.
Empathy doesn't mean being weak. It means understanding people and helping them grow. Leaders who empathize inspire loyalty and dedication.
Yes, leadership is really about helping others grow. Great leaders don't focus on making themselves look good, they focus on bringing out the best in others.
And that's where inspiration comes in. Leaders inspire through their behavior, their discipline, their consistency, their kindness, and their passion.
People follow leaders not because they're forced to, but because they want to. Inspiration is stronger than authority.
In the end, leadership isn't about position. It's about character. Anyone can be a leader in their family, community, or workplace if they develop these qualities.
Exactly. A good leader has vision, empathy, honesty, responsibility, emotional intelligence, and the ability to inspire others. And leadership is a lifelong learning journey.
That's the beauty of it. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing to grow and willing to help others grow too.
You know, something interesting about leadership is that it doesn't always appear during peaceful moments. Many real leaders reveal themselves during crises. When things collapse, when pressure rises, that's when true leadership becomes visible.
I agree. Anyone can look confident when everything is easy. But during chaos, the people who stay calm, think clearly, and guide others step by step become natural leaders. Crisis is like a spotlight that shows a person's real character.
And strong leaders don't just react to problems, they anticipate them. They think ahead, prepare their team, and create systems that prevent issues before they even happen.
Yes, prevention is an underrated leadership skill. Many people wait until everything is on fire, then try to solve things. But great leaders build structures, routines, and strategies early so the team stays strong, even under pressure.
Planning brings stability, and stability reduces fear. People perform better when they feel secure. A reliable leader gives the team a sense of direction and protection.
And that security allows people to take risks, healthy risks, because innovation requires courage. If the environment is full of fear, no one will try anything new.
That's so true. Encouraging innovation is one of the most powerful things a leader can do. When people feel like their ideas matter, they bring out their creativity, and creativity leads to progress.
Some leaders shut down new ideas because they feel threatened. But wise leaders welcome ideas even when they come from junior members. They understand that a great idea can come from anyone.
I love that point. Humility in leadership. Humility isn't about lowering yourself. It's about recognizing that you don't know everything. Leaders who pretend to know everything often create toxic environments.
Exactly. Humility opens the door to learning. When a leader is willing to learn, the team follows that example. Learning becomes part of the culture.
And culture is powerful. A strong culture can survive challenges, turnover, and external pressure. Leaders create culture through their actions, words, and values.
Culture also shapes behavior. If the leader values honesty, teamwork, and growth, the team gradually develops those habits. But if the leader is selfish or aggressive, the team becomes defensive and divided.
Leadership is contagious. People mirror the leader's tone, attitude, and habits. That's why self-discipline is essential. Leaders must control themselves before they try to lead others.
Discipline is the secret behind many successful people. It's not about being strict, it's about consistency, doing the right thing even when no one is watching.
And consistency builds long-term respect. People may not like every decision a leader makes, but if the leader is consistent and fair, they will trust them.
Trust is the currency of leadership. Without trust, nothing works. With trust, even imperfect plans can succeed because the team believes in the mission.
Another interesting part of leadership is the ability to motivate different types of personalities. Not everyone is the same. Some people need encouragement, some need challenges, some need clear instructions.
True. A great leader understands human diversity. They don't use one approach for everyone. They adapt their communication style to each person's needs.
And they don't compare people unfairly. Comparison creates jealousy and insecurity. Instead, leaders help each person grow according to their strengths.
Strength-based leadership is becoming more popular. Instead of fixing weaknesses, leaders focus on enhancing natural strengths because people perform their best when they do what they're naturally good at.
That's why self-awareness is so important. Leaders must know their own strengths and weaknesses too. If they understand themselves, they lead more honestly.
Self-awareness might be one of the hardest leadership skills. It requires reflection, humility, and emotional maturity.
But it pays off. Leaders who are self-aware create healthier environments, reduce unnecessary conflict, and make better decisions.
Speaking of conflict, good leaders manage conflict instead of avoiding it. Some people run away from disagreements, which allow small issues to grow into big problems.
Conflict management is an art. A leader must stay neutral, listen carefully, and help both sides understand each other. The goal is not to win. The goal is to solve the problem.
Exactly. And once the conflict is solved, the team becomes even stronger. Sometimes disagreements reveal deeper issues that needed attention.
In the end, leadership is a combination of mindset, skills, and character. There's no perfect leader, but there are leaders who grow, learn, adapt, and support others.
Leadership is a journey, not a destination. Anyone can become a great leader if they're willing to practice consistently and care genuinely about people.